The fact that she's like, bro, who does that? Who calls, right? Like, and this is what I'm trying to say when I say we got to question everything, right? She calls him, recording the phone call, asking probing questions to try to get an emotional response to make him look crazy. After they had agreed that they were not going to have kids, and you guys saw even in her own interview, she never got confirmation from Fresh that she wanted kids. He told her we're not going to have kids. She agreed to them not having kids. She admitted that in the interview as well, right? But then she calls him saying, I'm pregnant. And on top of that, she had done a pregnancy test a week before. So let me ask you all a question. With the totality of the circumstances, do you think she's honestly telling the truth here? With her?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. I don't think he gets it. I don't think he gets it. It doesn't matter. None of this matters.
Her being potentially pregnant, she's been doing a fucking press run the past week, going on every single podcast that will have her to talk about this, to bring up her brand and bring up her new Twitter that she just made and her Instagram. She's been doing interviews all over the place. Who would do that if they were actually pregnant with someone's kid? She's been doing a social media blitz. Okay? Then she has the gall to make a joke with these idiots and say, yeah, I'll name the kid Abba Preached, Chen, whatever. Like, what? Who does that? If you were actually pregnant, would you actually do this stuff? Right?
Nope.
The reality is this, guys. He didn't want to be with her. He sent her home. She got angry about it, waited a week. Someone probably got in her head while she was up there in New York. And she said, you know what? I'm done with this guy, but I'm going to burn down the whole building while I do it because I'm angry and I feel a certain way. So I'm going to let my emotions get the best of me, and I'm going to air out all this stuff because they're not going to know about my past in China. They're not going to know that I got fired from a job for embezzling. They're not going to know that I was running around selling myself to people on the internet. They're not going to know that I was a sugar baby and that I was doing all this other stuff. They're not going to know that I stole money. We do now, Jin Chen. We know who you really are.
This only makes you look worse. This only makes the situation even worse. He doesn't get it. He doesn't seem to understand what's going on. I'm going to explain in a minute, but he doesn't get it. This only makes it worse for you guys.
You're not credible at all. Because you did it. You thought that your past in China wouldn't get back to us, but it did. Because in your own foolish attempt to go viral with this, people came forward and told us who you really are. You thought you would escape China and your past back there, but it came back to haunt you, and it's coming back to haunt you now. And you're getting buried with the fucking truth. Because everything I showed is factual. We know who you really are. We know what you really do. We got video. We got documents. Everything.
He just doesn't get it. He really doesn't get it. Either he doesn't get it or he's pretending. But this is getting ridiculous at this point. Exposing the Stacey woman, or Jin, whatever her name is, doesn't help the Fresh and Fit Red Pill cause. In fact, it does the opposite. It hurts it even more. Trying to paint this woman as a money-hungry whore that was after Fresh to trap him only makes Fresh look even worse. MYRON, did you forget your philosophy? What is your philosophy, MYRON? What is the message that you preach to young men? If you've forgotten it, then let me remind you. You recommend that young men sleep with at least 50 women in order to understand female nature. Let me just add by saying that this is absolutely bullshit. All right? This is bullshit. Fresh, your co-host, has boasted that his body count is 1,000, MYRON. This means, according to your ideology, not a praxeology, guys, Fresh should be some kind of master, some enlightened master by now. All right? Meaning Fresh should not be going through what he's going through right now. If this ideology that you preach had any truth to it, Fresh would have never, ever, ever, ever made this mistake. Especially with a body count of 1,000. Further exposing Fresh's potential baby mother only further exposes the ideology that you preach to young men to be false and a lie. Sleeping with 50 women doesn't give men special insight into female nature. Sleeping with 50 women only gives men drama, abortion. It creates single mothers, family courts, basically all the problems that Fresh is facing right now. But for some reason, you don't seem to get this, which is absolutely crazy to me, by the way. I'm not even bringing up the text messages, the level of simping that Fresh was doing, which was absolutely ridiculous, saying that he wanted a woman like her, which, according to you, MYRON, Fresh saw red flags in, to have his baby, and then even came inside of her. I mean, the list goes on, Fresh was so consumed by lust that he didn't mind lying to her in order to get what he wanted. But you see, this is in line with your ideology. The only thing that comes from sleeping with 50 women, aside from drama, single mothers, abortion, is more lustful behavior, Myron. And this is what Fresh was truly suffering from and what got him into this situation. But for some reason, you don't seem to get it. Like I said, either you don't get it or you're just pretending. But if you think shaming her will probably get her to have the abortion so that Fresh can get off the hook, I think you got it twisted, my friend. I think you've got it twisted. But the point here is your ideology that you're preaching to young men is false and a lie. It only brings more problems. It doesn't help young men. This is why Fresh is in the situation that he's in right now. Stop preaching your message to young men that sleeping with 50 women will somehow give them some kind of insight into female nature. This is bullshit. This is a lie. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.